Hey guys, Ben here, what's up? Now in today's video I will show you how John Mayer likes to improvise of a Grateful Dead track called Althea. Now it helps if you know the major minor pentatonic scale and also the Mixolydian scale, but further than that there's not much more knowledge needed. Now let's check it out. Alright, now first of all, this song is in the key of E, and to be more precise, it's in the key of E Mixolydian. And now the Mixolydian scale, if you don't know, is basically the same as the major pentatonic scale, but with the minor 7th interval. Which is creating a lot of tension, and it's great that this interval is in the scale because the first chord that the chord progression consists of is a B minor chord, and in the key of E there's actually, or in the key of E major there's actually no minor 5th, but this minor 5th is a borrowed chord and it has the flattened 7th interval, which is a great coincidence, right? Now the chords B minor, A major and E major are the main chords for the main chord progression, which John is also soloing over. And then for just a little bit it goes back to the A major chord. Now let's check out the licks. Alright, now for the first one he likes to use his fingers, and he's kind of raking through the strings into a first note here at the 7th fret of B string. And by the way, he's gonna use the B minor pentatonic as well for the first chord here. You rake with your thumb through the strings, and then play with the index finger of the E string to play the 7th fret here. Then he plays the 10th fret of the B string and the 7th fret of the B string. Then with his middle finger he plays the 9th fret of a G string. Back to the 7th fret of B string. Then the 10th fret of the E string and the 7th fret of E string. Then the 12th fret of the E string and the 10th fret. And then the 12th fret of the B string. Then he bends up the 12th fret twice, a full step, to the 14th fret, and then comes back down to the 12th fret, which is perfect because we are now in the chord progression at the E major chord. For the following licks he's gonna use the pick, and he's gonna start out here at the 10th fret of the E string, 10th fret, 12th fret, then he slides up to 14th fret, and is playing the 12th fret of B string twice, and he gives those notes some good vibrato. Then the 14th fret of G string and back to a 12th fret. Then we're sliding here and at the 15th fret on B string to 14th fret. Then we jump over to 14th fret of a G string and to the 12th fret of B string. Then we go back to the 14th fret of G string, play the 14th fret, the 13th fret, and then the 12th fret of the B string. Then we play the 13th fret of the G string, then the root note here, the 14th fret of the D string, and then the 11th fret of the G string. Then back to the 14th fret of the D string, back to the 11th fret of the G string, and the last note we play is the 14th fret of the G string. Then he proceeds by playing the 14th fret of the G string, then the 15th fret, and then the 12th fret of the B string. And he gives this note some good vibrato. And then he's kind of walking up a scale. He plays the 15th fret of B string, followed up by the 12th fret of E string. And he's going to do a slide from 14th fret of the E string to the 17th fret. Then we're gonna go back down the scale. And you can actually, when you're doing the slide, dig really into the note. And the last notes he plays is the 15th fret bent up a full step. And then he comes back down. Now the next phrase he plays starts with a chromatic line. He plays the 15th fret of B string, then the 16th fret and then the 17th fret. Then he plays the 14th fret of E string. Gives that note some good vibrato. Plays the 17th fret of E string. Then he bends up to the blue note here, the 18th fret, comes back down and pulls off to the 15th fret. Then he plays the 16th fret of G string, goes back to the 15th fret and back to the 16th fret. Really straightforward, and what he does now I really like. He's playing the same phrase but much lower in a lower position. We're going back here to the first position of the B minor pentatonic, and he's just repeating the same phrase here. Then he plays the 7th fret of the E string, jumps back to the 7th fret of a G string, and plays the 9th fret twice of a D string. For this phrase we are starting out with a chromatic line. He plays the 7th fret of a G string, then the 8th fret and then the 9th fret. Then the 7th fret of B string and the 7th fret of the E string. Then again the 7th fret, followed up by the 10th fret of E string. Then the 7th fret of B string. Then again the 7th fret of E string, but this one with a good vibrato. Then we play the 7th fret of a G string, then the 9th fret, then the blue note. Then we are sliding back from blue note to the 9th fret. Then we walk down the scale from the 9th fret of a D string to the 7th fret. Then we are applying an E major chord by playing the 6th fret of a D string and the octave here, the 9th fret of a B string. Now this one is interesting. We play the 9th fret again, then the 7th fret of a B string, and then we jump to the G string at the 7th fret. Then we walk down the scale. Then the 9th fret of a G string, and the 7th fret of a G string, and then a basic pentatonic lick in the end. For the next phrase he starts out with a little sweep at the 9th fret of a B string. Then we play the 7th fret of the E string and the 10th fret of E string. Then we walk down the Mixolydian scale, which is the 9th fret and the 7th fret. Then the 10th fret of B string. When we're sliding from the 11th fret, this is a grace note, to the 10th fret of B string. Then the 8th fret of B string. Then we play the 10th fret of B string, start to the 12th fret. Then the 10th fret of the E string and the 12th fret of E string. We give this note some good vibrato. And he's ending that phrase by playing the 12th fret twice. Then going to the 10th fret, back to the 12th fret. And playing here the 9th fret, the major third interval of the E major chord in the end, and giving that note some good vibrato. For our next phrase we are starting out at the 12th fret of B string, and we are walking up the scale to the 10th fret of the E string and the 12th fret of E string. Then we play the 13th fret and then the 14th fret. We're actually sliding from the 13th fret to the 14th fret, sorry. Then we play the 10th fret of the E string, followed up by the 12th fret of the E string, and then the 12th fret of the B string. When we are doing a classic blues lick here, we are pulling off from the 12th fret of the B string to the 10th fret and slide down to the 7th fret into the first position. When we are playing this little lick, it's the 10th fret of the E string, then the 7th fret of the E string and the B string, and then the 9th fret of the G string. Then we play the 7th fret of G string and hammer onto the 9th fret, and play the 7th fret of B string after that. We are doing a little slide thing. We are sliding from the 10th fret of B string to the 9th fret and pulling off to the 7th fret. And we are basically repeating this at the G string as well. When we are playing the root note here at the 9th fret, then the 7th fret of the G string, then we are bending up the 9th fret a full step, And in the end we play the 7th fret of B string and we give that note some good vibrato. Now this one is really cool. Again, he starts off by sweeping. He sweeps the G string at the 9th fret, then the 7th fret of B string, and then the 10th fret of B string. And for this you really have to let loose on your right hand, because you're just picking once, but you're picking up all the notes, so you have to do it extra slow. We give this note some good vibrato here, the 10th fret. When we are going to the 7th fret of B string, pull off from the 9th fret of G string to the 7th fret, and play the 9th fret of D string. When we are reversing, the same thing. Give that note some good vibrato. Go again back up. Then we are hamming onto the 9th fret of G string, but twice. But the second time around we are raking into that note, because we are sliding into the 4th fret of G string. Oops, sorry, this is actually the 6th fret of G string. We are basically walking out the scale. All the way here to the 11th fret, and then we jump over to the B string, play the 10th fret and then the 12th fret. Alright, if you enjoyed this lesson, please consider supporting me on Patreon, it really helps. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and also tell me what is your favorite Grateful Dead song. I would really like to know. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.